Today I thought I would talk about what I take in my bag to uni. Spent a lot of my first term going around with a huge bag full of stuff that I didn't really need, and I still have quite a lot of stuff, but I've kind of now got it done to the point where I have my essentials all the time, and then I just add in other things that I don't need on a day-to-day basis. So I'm going to give you some ideas of the sort of thing that I keep in my backpack when I go to uni and see if it helps any of you, because I know obviously people are going to start going off to uni soon and thinking about what to pack with them, so I hope this is helpful. I do a computer science degree, so it may seem like I carry a lot more electronics than I need to, but I do a computer science degree, so I carry a lot of them because it relates to my degree. Yeah, so let's get straight in. This is my backpack. I went with a backpack, and I know it's not the prettiest of backpacks, but it does the job and it goes with just about everything, but it's got a little bit of a pattern on it and I can tell it apart from everybody else's. So my advice would be, you know, get a backpack that you can distinctly recognise as yours, because you may think that you'll never be separated from your backpack, but things like exams, when you take it into an exam, you can't have it actually in the exam, and like for us, they just say like pile them up at the front, and if you have the same backpack as 5 other people on your course, you may end up with the wrong backpack at one point or another, or someone else might leave early and take yours and you just don't want to be worrying about it. So it's always good to have one that's kind of recognisable as yours, if that makes sense. I have a backpack also because it's so much more convenient to carry, and because I carry a lot of heavy stuff, it's easier to have a backpack than like a handbag or whatever. So if you don't take as much stuff, then obviously feel free to take whatever you like, but personally I think backpacks are best. So mine has one big pocket and then a little front pocket like most backpacks do. I'm going to show you what's in my little front pocket first. So I have my glasses case with my glasses, and it's got a little like cleaning cloth in here. I should wear glasses like all the time, but I don't. But I do wear them while I'm at uni because I'm staring at a screen all day. I also have a little pocket mirror so I can check up on my makeup as I go throughout the day and just see that everything's fine. And I also carry pens, obviously if you want to take notes or write something down, and a highlighter. I usually have 3 or 4 so I can highlight different things, but sometimes they give you like passages and you have to highlight them, and that's probably more useful if you're someone who actually reads passages for a degree like English Lit or something. And I also carry a USB stick because you never know when you're going to be in the library writing essays and you suddenly think, oh, I'm going to have to email this to myself, and it's so much easier to have it on a USB stick and email it to yourself because then you have a backup. So I would advise taking a couple of USB sticks to uni and just carrying one around all the time and having one in your room or something as a backup, because there were times when I didn't think I would need one and then all of a sudden I did. So I now carry one all the time. Now for the large pocket of my bag, I carry a coffee mug most of the time. If I have anything in the morning, I always bring a travel mug with coffee in it with me, because it gets expensive if you're buying coffee every day, and if you're someone like me and you can't survive without your cup of coffee in the morning, it is such a good thing to just invest in one of these or get a couple so that you don't have to wash them up every day and just take coffee with you, because it isn't that early in the morning, but it's just so much more convenient to have one of these and they don't spill and things like that. I also carry a water bottle with me because you don't want to be getting dehydrated throughout the day, and most universities will have water fountains places, and I know mine does, but you have to like have a little cup and stuff, and if you're in a lecture then that's not an option, and lectures are usually like an hour or so it's so much more convenient just to have a water bottle with you. I always carry my mini umbrella because you never know when it's going to rain in the north, and England is bad for rain anyway, and the north is the worst, so I always carry an umbrella just in case it rains. I have my portable charger. This has just got my iPhone cable in it at the moment, but I carry a couple of cables like for my iPod and things like that, just so I can charge stuff on the go, because you often find yourself in situations where like for example, if you take an iPad or a tablet to lectures, you'll find yourself in a situation where suddenly your battery's low and that's what you're using to take notes, or read the lecture slides that they're showing you. So it's always good to have a portable charger, but obviously not essential, but you just have to remember to charge everything the night before. But I find sometimes like my tablet won't last all day, so it's good to have a charger just in case. I always keep a snack in the bottom of my bag because I do get hungry and I get really grumpy when I'm hungry. And if it's the middle of a lecture or something, I don't like to be hungry, so I won't pay attention. So I just keep a cereal bar in my bag so that I can just while I'm waiting to go into a lecture or something, I can just have a snack, and it's actually not terrible for you, but it's always good to carry something just so you don't have to go and buy anything if you don't want to. This is completely optional, but I always carry hand cream because I get dry hands and I can't stand the feeling. If anyone's watched any of my videos before, you'll know I have this thing about hand cream, and I pretty much carry it everywhere, so it makes sense that I have it in my bag for uni really. I also have a tablet. This is just its little case, and it flips up and it can sit like this. I have the Kindle Fire, so I can sit it like this and I can have my lecture slides on this, or I can take notes on this. And I just find it so useful just for on-the-go stuff, it's a little bit bigger than my iPhone obviously. Well, it's quite a bit bigger than my iPhone, so it's a bigger screen and I can actually work from this, so it's so convenient. I always carry a notepad so I can take lecture notes or doodle or work things out. I get like math problems and stuff, so it's always good to carry paper around because they won't always give it out. And finally, I carry my laptop. I have just about the oldest laptop in the world. I have the MacBook from when they were still white. This is from 2007 and I can't believe it's actually still going. The software update hasn't worked for quite a few years now, but it's still good for taking notes. I have an iMac at home so I can do all of my work from home, but I find this is really useful just for taking notes and sometimes having my lecture slides up. I don't always take both my tablet and my laptop. I kind of alternate depending how I'm feeling, but I tend to take all of my notes by hand anyway and then type them up. So if I've got like lectures in the morning and then a gap and then lectures in the evening, I'll often just stay at uni and type them all up on my laptop, what I've written, get my notes in the morning, because I type all of my notes up after I've written them at the end of the day or throughout the day, whatever. So that's everything I keep in my backpack when I go to uni. Obviously I put other things in like my iPhone, my wallet and things like that, and like my house keys and car keys, things that I carry around all day every day, and obviously it depends on the day as to whether you carry more things. Sometimes I pack lunch, sometimes I don't, but I feel like that's kind of the base of stuff that I take most of the time. Obviously sometimes I switch out my laptop and my tablet, but other than that, pretty much everything else I take all the time. So I hope you found this useful if you're off to uni, because I know for me it was a pretty terrifying thing going off to uni and being like, oh no, what do I take? Because obviously I've been at school for years, but it's not such a big deal. You kind of only need like a pencil case and they give you everything, and when you go to uni you have to grow up and look after yourself and remember everything for yourself. So I think it's kind of helpful to have someone say, this is what I took and this is probably what you'll need. So if you are off to uni, I hope you have an amazing time, and if you're going back to school, I hope this was a little bit helpful as well. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me, and I will see you again soon. Bye!